Let's be real. If you've been in power longer than most of your citizens have been alive, maybe it's time to let someone else hold the mic, right? But not for Cameroon's Paul Biya, the 92-year-old marathon president who just scored his 8th term in office. Yeah, 8th. While most world leaders are thinking about retirement plans and grandkids, Biya's busy collecting another inauguration speech. But the party? Oh, it's far from peaceful. Streets are on fire, protesters are yelling rigged, and the opposition says the whole thing's faker than a cheap designer bag. So buckle up, because we're diving into 5 fiery facts that explain why Cameroon is now on edge like a soda can ready to pop. First off, let's talk about the man, the myth, the almost immortal Paul Biya. This dude has been ruling Cameroon since 1982. Yeah, do the math. That's over 43 years. Many Cameroonians have literally never known another leader. And somehow, despite his age and declining public approval, Biya has once again pulled off a political hat trick, or maybe a hat trick times 8. Supporters call him a pillar of stability. But critics? They say he's basically the Wi-Fi of power. Always connected, never goes out. The problem is, this stability feels more like a system on life support. Every election since the 90s has come with drama, allegations, and tension thicker than peanut butter. Yet Biya just smiles, waves, and walks back into the office like it's a family reunion. But hold up, what if the real drama isn't Biya himself, but the way the election was run? Let's unpack that mess next. All right, so picture election day in Cameroon. Long lines, anxious faces, and rumors buzzing faster than a WhatsApp group chat. Opposition candidate Issa Chiroma Bakari swore he'd won, and not quietly either. He outright called the results a national fraud fiesta. Reports surfaced of ghost voters, actual dead people allegedly on the roll, ballot box stuffing, and restricted access for observers in key regions. Meanwhile, the government insisted it was all free and fair. Even the African Union gave a cautiously positive thumbs up, saying things were mostly okay. Mostly. But if you've ever heard a teacher say, mostly okay about your homework, you know it's not glowing praise. The distrust is so deep that even before results dropped, protesters were already gearing up for a "don't play with us" showdown. And guess what? That showdown? Oh, it came loud, fiery, and way too real. When the final results rolled out, the streets exploded like a pressure cooker left on high heat. In cities like Douala and Yaoundé, protesters clashed with security forces, blocking roads, burning tires, and chanting for change. The Interior Minister confirmed casualties, several civilians dead, multiple officers injured. The opposition says the number's higher. Either way, the message was clear. People are done being told to calm down. Social media turned into a live battleground. Videos of police firing tear gas, citizens ducking for cover, others waving flags shouting enough. Biya's response? A soft-spoken sympathy message for the families of those who unnecessarily lost their lives. Touching words, but to many Cameroonians, it felt like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. So why is the anger burning this hot? To understand that, you've got to look at the economy and who it's really working for. Here's the kicker. Cameroon isn't broke. It's got oil, cocoa, timber, natural wealth like a jackpot waiting to happen. But the ordinary citizen? Still hustling in the informal sector just to stay afloat. Official unemployment sits at around 3.5%, but that number is about as real as a magician's rabbit. More than half the youth between 18 and 35 are struggling in unstable, under-the-table jobs. People are watching elites get richer while they chase survival, and it's turning hope into pure frustration. Add to that decades of corruption, poor infrastructure, and an education system that promises but doesn't deliver. And boom, you've got an angry generation, broke and out of patience. It's not just about votes anymore. It's about dignity. And now with Biya's new term ticking, every rumor mill is churning. Who's really in charge? What's the succession plan? The opposition, though bruised, isn't backing down. They're calling for street mobilization, international pressure, and maybe even reforms that actually mean something. But here's the twist. Biya's camp is playing the long game, keeping control tight and voices quieter. Meanwhile, youth movements are organizing online like never before.
Think Twitter activism meets street energy. The next 7 years could define whether Cameroon finally gets a generational handoff or keeps looping the same old playlist. The stakes are high sky, and honestly, the people aren't scared anymore. They're tired, loud, and demanding something different. And that, my friends, is the real story. Not just who won, but what comes after the victory dance fades. So here's the deal. If you've made it this far, you're officially part of the sharpest news fam online. Tell us in the comments, do you think Biya's 8th term marks an end of an era, or just another rerun in the same series? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a story that actually matters. Oh, and check out our sister channels, Sparkling Kids and Rayma Fatima, for fun learning and kid-friendly vibes. Because we're not just news, we're a family. Let's grow together. Let's be your voice. Stay loud, stay smart. Global Pulse, out.